You need finals? Okay, we're now joined by Providence College student athletes, Scott Conway, Greg Printz, and Hayden Hawkey, along with head coach Nate Leaman. And Coach Leaman, would you start off with an opening statement, please?
Well, as I told our team after the game, I thought we played a great game today. Hawk played a great game. He now leads the country in shutouts. And hats off to him. I just thought a lot of guys stepped up and made some good plays today. I mean, we were a tough team to play against. But as I told him after the game, that's a heck of a win because if you're going to keep taking steps along this journey, you have to beat other teams that you feel could win the national championship. And I think Cornell was, from tape, we really felt Cornell was a team that could win the national championship. So we knew it was going to be a great game today. And we're starting to play some of our best hockey at the right time.
Okay, we'll now open it up to questions for the student athletes. And again, please identify yourself and your media organization when asking each question. Questions for the student athletes. Start right here.
Yeah, Hayden, Peter Gobus from the Sun Chronicle in Attleboro. You talk about you didn't get to see much traffic today in front of them. Is that advantageous to you?
Yeah, the guys were great all night. The boxing guys out and giving me clear lanes. It's a lot easier game to play when you can see the puck. But no, the guys were great. Net front all night at our end and at their end.
Okay, question. Joe has a question here.
Joe Chiata from NBC 10 Providence. For all three guys, can you just talk about the excitement about heading to the Frozen Four and what it means to each of you?
I mean, this is what it's all about. We couldn't do this the first year I was here, and we couldn't do this the second year. We made it work this year, and I think it's something special for the seniors. And I think we're gonna have a good run.
It's just like these are the things you dream about as a little kid, to make it to the Frozen Four, play college hockey, then make it. But we're only halfway there, so we can celebrate for a little bit, but we can't be satisfied. We gotta go to Buffalo and keep playing well so we can try to win a national championship.
Yeah, they pretty much hit the nail on the head. Like, it's a great feeling, but job's not done.
Okay, more questions for the student athletes?
Maury Hirsch-Gordon, CBS Providence. For all three players, the NCAA tournament wasn't really friendly or kind to teams that hadn't played the weekend before. Why was your group different this time?
I think we practice how we play, and I think that related to the games this weekend. Even though we had the time off, I think the practices were hard. Coach Leaman does a good job of keeping the tempo up in the practices. We always finish our hits. We always get pucks in the net, and we're always boxing out. We're practicing this little stuff that we do in the games all the time, and it relates to the game. So I think that definitely helped.
By the way, that's not what they say during the week.
Okay, I think we have a question, Nick, in the back.
Nick Rojas, Providence. This question's for Hayden. Hayden, how much was last year's disappointment of coming up a few minutes short of going to the Frozen Four? How much of that was a motivating factor going into the season, and how does it feel to get past that point this year?
That's huge. Like, these guys can both attest to it as well. I mean, they're right there with us. And it was the worst feeling last year, knowing we were 30 seconds away from an overtime, and an overtime that we felt good about. But now, like, see what we've done all year, and kind of use that as motivation. Even guys were talking about between periods, like, remember the feeling from last year? It wasn't good, and we didn't want that again. And I think everyone really bought in today, and it showed.
Okay, questions? Nick in the back.
Hey guys, Nick Coy from ABC6 in Providence. This is for Greg. To be able to score the first goal in this game, you guys have been playing from behind a lot in the postseason and toward the end of the season too. So to get one up early, just talk about how you guys were able to play after that.
Well, it was a big focus going into the game because we have been trailing a lot recently, and we just knew if we got the first goal, we'd have a good chance to win. So as soon as we scored the first one, it was just a huge lift for the team, and we were able to get comfortable and just play our game.
Okay, any more questions? Right here in front.
For Hayden, NATO, and USCHO. You touched on it a little bit about your defense, but what's it been like to play in front of those guys all season long?
I've said this a couple times before. Like those guys, we've been together for a while now, and like there's not a better group of guys. We gel so well together. We trust each other fully. Everyone knows what everyone's doing out there, and like we all know our skill sets and we stick to them. And like the trust is just so key to how successful we've been. Without that and without relying on each other and trusting fully in each other, none of this happens.
More questions? Joe?
Joe Chiara, NBC 10 Providence again for all the guys. Can you just talk about playing at home and playing in Providence and how maybe that have helped this weekend for you guys?
I think we don't really consider this home ice advantage like most of the teams were saying. I think that even though we had our fans here, it definitely helped. But at the end of the day, we're playing in a different rink. We're staying at the same hotel as everyone else, and we're doing everything that those guys did. So I don't think that's really that big of an advantage. But seeing our fans and students there was great.
Yeah, just to back off that, the fans were amazing all weekend. Just the support was unbelievable. Just you got to keep that going.
Yeah, fans were great. Shout out to my mom and dad. They were loud all weekend. No, but it was great playing in front of hometown, like everyone you go to school with, all your friends and stuff. So, but like we haven't really played in this rink since 2 years ago when we were here. So it's a brand new building to us too, and that was something we had to adjust to just like everyone else.
You still got to go out and win the game. You know, I think some people seem to make a lot of it. You know, but this regional did great attendance-wise. But at the end of the day, you got to go out and win the game. And you can make all the fuss about all the fluff on the outside, but the game's played on the ice. And you know, I give the guys a lot of credit. They had to go out and win a game, and they did it twice.
Okay, we have time for one more question for the student athletes.
For Greg, Maury Hirschgordon from CBS Providence. Yesterday, 10 different guys had points. Today was close to that. What made your depth, help your team kind of separate from the other three teams here in this regional?
Well, our depth's been huge all year, helping us out. Obviously, our top six forwards are great, but every time that our third or fourth line can chip in, it just gives us a fantastic chance to win. Because we know our first and two lines are going to do what they're going to do. They're going to get a goal or two a game. So if we can get contributions from the bottom six, we know that we have a really good chance to win.
Okay, thank you. We're going to send the student athletes back to the locker room. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
We'll keep Coach Leaman right here. And we'll now open it up for questions for Coach Leaman. Questions? Right here.
Mark Diver, Providence Journal. Nate, do you have an update on Casper?
Broken fingernail. He'll be ready to play.
Okay. Joe?
Joe Chiara, NBC 10 Providence. Nate, can you just talk about the excitement of heading back to the Frozen Four once again?
It's great. I'm happy for the players. You know, we got a different team right now, and I think the guys have been waiting to get back to this point all year long. I think there was a lot of ache in our team from losing last year in this game. You know, the way we did with a minute left, and I thought we played a heck of a game that game and had some great chances, and and Notre Dame ended up getting one there, and I think it's been a lot of heartache for our guys, and when the tournament came, you could see that this is what they're playing for, our regular season. So I'm very happy for them.
Got a question in the back, right here.
Yanni Crockett, Channel 12. Hey, Coach. Dating back to yesterday, whether it's 9, 10 unanswered goals, is this as well as you guys have played all year, this stretch, these last 5 periods or so?
We're getting there. I mean, I definitely think we're getting there. Tonight we executed, outstanding, and that's a credit to the guys. Coach Mayotte put the game plan together. And I think it's a big credit to the guys of how they executed tonight. I thought that third goal that we scored, that's just a big time play. Dewey, one of the guys from the bench, told Dewey that there was, there was 9 seconds left, and he drove. He tried to get to the net. He couldn't get there, but that's just great awareness. We got some good players with some good awareness. I thought they executed a great game plan, and I think we're getting there. I do think we're getting there.
Okay, right here. Hold on 1 second. Microphone.
Jeff Cox with New England Hockey Journal. Coach, it seemed like your ability to get pucks deep and cycle and finish at the net almost took Cornell out of their game, and I feel like not too many teams can wear Cornell down, but it seemed like you guys did tonight. How important was that?
I thought we did in the second period. I thought they tilted the ice a little bit in the third period, but I think Cornell is. Again, they were one of the best teams we've seen on film this year. It was a lot about the battle of the red line tonight, I thought, to be honest with you. It's like if they got the red line, their forecheck's going to get going. And if we got the red line, then we could get going and try to cycle them there. So, hats off to both Minnesota State and Cornell, two of the better teams we played this year. The fact that we can, advance for two teams that are coached that well is it means we're playing some good hockey. But we were trying to work them low. We're definitely trying to work them low, and I thought the second period we had some really good grind shifts.
Maury Hirsch-Gordon, CBS Providence. I'm sure this is not going to, Coach, probably not the first time you'll be asked this over the next couple of weeks, but some of the similarities between this team and the team from 2015?
I don't know. I haven't thought about that, It's a good question. Both teams gave me a lot of headaches. Kept me up at night a lot. I'm proud of this team. Like Scotty really stepped up today. Scotty Conway, Dugan stepped up today. We had a lot of guys, a lot of different guys stepping up, and that was very similar to that run. Both teams had mobile decors. That was very similar. This team keeps growing, and that's what's exciting right now.
Question
Coach Frank Arpano from NBC 10. You say we're getting there. What more do you have to do to win 2 more games?
Well, it'll depend whether we play Duluth or Quinnipiac. I think in the third period we lost some structure there defensively. We got on our heels a little bit, and I thought we needed to kind of finish the job. I thought our first 2 penalty kills to start the game were excellent. That was a big boost for us, and scoring the first goal. So we're getting there, but you can always improve, and you have to keep improving this time of year if you're going to have a chance.
Hey, Nick Coy from ABC6 in Providence. When you have the kind of success that you did on the power play this weekend, what worked? What did you work on? And how proud are you to be able to have so much success?
Well, I think they're feeling it right now. They're feeling it, which is really good. I think the chemistry is very good on both units, and they're dangerous. And this is the right time of the year to be dangerous. We weren't dangerous on the power play last year at this time, and that was something that we discussed, as a staff a lot throughout the off season and through the season. So, if you're going to win at this time of year, I feel like you have to be able to score different ways, and you can't be a one-trick pony at this time of year. You have to be able to grind a goal. You have to be able to get a rebound goal. You have to be able to score in the rush, and you have to be able to score in the power play. And today we grinded a couple goals and we got one on the power play. So you have to be well balanced if you're going to win this time of year. And the power play this year is definitely helping us.
Okay, we have time for 2 more questions. We have one right up in the front here.
Jeff Cox with New England Hockey Journal again. Just talk about Bryson. I think he was on the ice for 8 of your 10 goals this weekend. How important? Obviously, it's very important to your team. But just what do you think he did well to have such success this weekend?
He's a ball player. And like I've said it enough, I don't think he gets the credit that he deserves for whatever reason. Me as the head coach hasn't done a good enough job promoting him. He wasn't first team in our league. He wasn't first team all New England. But he's still the best defenseman I've ever coached. And, He's dynamic with the puck. He's poised. He doesn't force the game, and that's the thing that's really special about Jacob. It's what's special about him, but it also hurts him with his points and the way other people look at him. But he doesn't force the game. He makes the right play at the right times, and he can handle as much ice as we give him. So, we're lucky to have him. Really proud of him, and I'll tell you, he's a better kid, and that's what makes him special too.
Okay, time for one more question.
Coach, having gone through this, what do you do for the next 10 days leading up to the big stage and all the extra hoopla and attention you'll be getting heading into the Frozen Four?
Well, I think that's one thing the guys handled pretty well this weekend as far as playing in Providence, whether, that's a little behind-the-scenes thing that people don't understand, is that when you are playing here and all your fans are here and your president's here and there's a lot more pressure to win, and there's a lot more distractions. And I thought we were fortunate to be in the hotel down in Warwick. I actually thought that benefited our team. So there'll be more distractions, but I like the way how the guys handled it this weekend. A couple other things. I want to thank Brown University again for hosting the regional. They do an unbelievable job here. I thought Cornell had a lot of good fans there tonight. I thought the building was really split between fans, and that's a credit to Cornell and their program and college hockey. But Brown continues to put on a great show here, and we're fortunate for that. And the last thing I wanted to say is, just personally, I wanted to win this for our school president. Our school president has been unbelievable at supporting our student athletes across all of our sports. He's been unbelievable. Our campus has never looked better. Our admissions has never been better. Our athletics have never been better, and those are pillars of your school. Anyone that comes to our school knows our applications are up. Anyone that comes to our school knows how beautiful our campus is. And that's all just a credit to the work he's done. So for me personally, I had a little burning inside that I wanted to do this for him, and happy to get it done. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.